What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reclamation. It is your host here, Bjorn, and let's jump into episode 17. Okay, so, last time we left off, we made the Nether Portal. That is right, Nether Portal, and now we're on our journey to make gold. Or what we're going to do is be doing lead instead. Hmm, excuse me. Because I don't know, I have a strong feeling to go right instead of left because right is always right. I hope I'm not wrong. Um, so yeah, that and I'm a little bit familiar with Create and I kind of think it'd be fun to get into it. So let's get into this. All right. Alright, so we need a ton of these bricks. No, okay. Ooh, we got a little bit of a inventory madness. Alright, what do we need to do? Ritual, so we need nether bricks and we need infused iron. Okay, so what that means is we need to... Alright, I'm gonna see if we can do upgrades. Upgrade. Yes, okay. Um, So this needs redstone. How do we make redstone? Uh, well, that seems counterintuitive right there. Redstone. Not exactly helping here. Raw iron, cinder flour from netherrack getting crushed. Or we can do this. That works as well. And we do have some of that. Okay. Well, first things first, we're going to upgrade our storage right quick. Okay, so if we do this, we're going to get this. Oh, no, didn't do it. There we go. We're going to get a powder, if I'm correct, because of this thingy, the crumbling catalyst. There we go. And then now what we need to do is take this. Ooh. Hmm. Never mind. I did not realize what it required. Okay. And we do not have any eggs nor sugar. Oh no, that's what it... Yeah, okay. I feel slightly dumb. Ooh, okay. How do I make this? Yup. Seems pretty easy, you know? Redstone dust, things I do not have. Okay, there's this one. Um, whoa. Okay, never mind. So redstone is a little bit too far into the future currently, right now. So we're gonna put that on a halt. I really wish we could have done that. Oh well, we're just gonna have to have a chest monster instead. Alrighty. Of course. Bam, bam. Take that, and we're adding another one on top. I'm just tossing things in here and then picking out what I actually need. Alright, I'll keep those on me. I'll keep that on me. My shears, my castic tome, water bucket, some bread. I don't need the netherrack right now. I don't need that. I don't really need a flint and steel. Well, I think it might be useful if anything happens, and I don't need the banner. Okay, there we go. So we have things to a somewhat decent state. We do have iron. Okay. So I believe we'll be able to make... Oh, I just realized what I did. I think this is what we can use to turn to gold, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, turned into golden nether bricks. Okay, so we are going to need to hold on to these, but we need these first. And we're going to need the iron as well. Okay, got it. Have that. We just need more sulfur. Ooh, we have some sulfur. This one... Uh, sulfur for iron. How to make... It can be literal iron. Okay. Well, we're gonna fire that up then. There we go. Okay. Turn that on, turn that on. Get this going a bit. There we go. Toss that in there. I hope this makes or yields more iron. I have a feeling it might instead of just recycling it. Possibly. And then mercury I believe... Can it just run off of coal? Yes. Okay. Alright. Good. I have a slight feeling this is only just recycling it. Just a slight feeling. Yeah. Hmm. Yup. I'm quite literally just wasting all of that. Okay, my bad. My bad. Alright, so with this, how do I get the ore variant of something? Oh, okay. Got it. Now I'm guessing this is going to, yeah, that's something way farther down the line in the future. Oh! I got 3 in return. Hmm. Don't know how that worked, but it did. We're working with it. Alright. Hmm. I feel like something still isn't right here. Yeah, I feel like I'm just constantly just recycling it. So that means this is quite redundant, and I just need the blood, which is over here, and I don't even have my bucket on me, which I am going to need. What? Is there pipes? Pipe. Item pipe, fluid pipe? I could so do that. And then there's these. I don't know if this works on this stuff, but I mean, it's hell of a try. But it requires steel, and that's something I haven't quite gotten to yet. Mm, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Urgh. I think this just requires bread. Ooh, this one doesn't do bread. Then what is it? Salt. Mineral. Ah, okay. Dope. So if I were to do 8, 16, 2, there we go. And then fill this up with hemoglobin fluid. There we go. Okay. I know this wasn't exactly on the agenda today, but I believe this is quite necessary. Or we do need the iron. So we kinda have to do this. If only there was an easier way to automate this so that this constantly draws on it? Yeah, draws on it. We wouldn't have to exactly worry about that anymore. Then we toss that in there, and then wherever we have copper, we can just go and grab that. I think it's over here. Oh, well, there we go. That works. Just toss the copper at the problem, like so, and then one of these should do fine. Oh yeah, we got plenty of sulfur now. Hmm. Mercury. Let's just see what will yield the most for us. Hmm. Huh. Got it. Okay, so essentially just doing something like this will give us the most out of that. And then we could just take one of these, do that. There we go. Awesome. And then we can grab more of this stuff. That's 3. Put one more into there. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Now we're cooking with fire. Awesome. There we go. And then we're going to... I'm gonna grab some... I don't know if we have any bone meal, but... Yeah. No bone meal. But I'm gonna grab the... Oh, I already have shears. Never mind. Okay. Now let's head on over to here, and then we can turn this into bone meal, and I'll bring it all the way back to um, that patch of grass over there, and we can just feed everything into it and get a ton of flowers, hopefully. And then plant that around the herbivorous plant thingy. Um, and then we should be a-okay on growing or turning so many of the whatchamacallits iron bars into the nature bars, and we won't have to worry too much about that. Okay, and then we do this, that, and there we go. Wonderful. And we don't exactly have to worry much about flower variants. It's just once it gets angry, that's when we gotta stop. And we'll do this one again. And then I'm kind of thinking just getting this flower pouch out so I don't have to keep worrying about, or not worrying, but I don't have to deal with it constantly going back into my inventory and then fishing it out to go and do everything else. Alright. And yeah, we don't need that anymore. Okay, so all we gotta really do is just grab one of everything, one of that, one of that, one of that, and one of that. And then just feed it as tribute. And you can see it going up in the corner. There we go. Now we can go and turn these two into lead, or not lead yet, on its way to. There we go. And while I'm at it, I can chop down this spruce tree. There we go. Nice. We have a ton of spruce saplings. Just put that in the center. Two of these. And then open up the quest book. Right here, right there, right there. Okay. So the nether bricks go there, that there, that there. And then we're going to need a little bit more of this. Or the wheat seed, or not seeds, wheat, and then turn it into some bone meal, and then just speed up the process all over again. And then we should have lead, and I believe that is the biggest thing. I really need to find a way to automate this, because this is the process for just one of these, or one piece of lead, I believe. Okay, there we go. Hurry this up. Alrighty. Whew, okay. Well, at least we're not getting bombarded by every other pillager and their mother. And we actually get some stuff done. Whether it be getting a little bit of iron or not, that's to be desired. Ooh, we actually get 2 pieces of raw iron, or raw lead. Ancient Codex and a Tinker's Hammer. Yep. Oh. Ooh. This looks like a lot. Deep in the vaults of the solid earth, the novice digger may find many useful materials, namely copper, lead, and silver. Copper has many applications as a conductor, lead as a dull and malleable metal, and silver as a channeler for the arcane. Well, we can see what that's going to do. Caminite is a very sturdy ceramic mixed from a bit of clay and sand. The mixture yields, when baked, and material that you can believe is hard enough for your purposes throughout all of your mechanical ambitions. Rarely in the world, strange constructions resembling humanoids have been known to be found. These enigmatic golems will emit rays of pure heat and possess an unnatural strength, yet seem to require no fuel or sustenance. How such an automation could come to be is beyond you, but perhaps the unknown materials and mechanisms within it may prove useful. Okay. Well, that's that, I guess, for right now. And we can either do drilling for ember, or we could go into create And I believe create is an amazing option. So we need to make lead nuggets. That requires us smelting lead ore. Can we not do lead ore? How do we turn lead into lead ingots? What can we do with this? Okay, yeah, we can smelt it. It just didn't give us an option to do that. And then turn that into ingots and then that. Okay. Awesome. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's head back, smelt this up with the newly made charcoal, and we step our foot into, whatchamacallit, create. Alright, do that, and since it's just this little amount, wait, I want that. Those lead ingots. And that's actually pretty cool. Polymorph allows you to do that for, that. It's pretty neat. Okay, and then now, get that. Bam, bam, bam. Now let's take a look at this, and now we just need andesite, which, if we have any diorite, which we do not, hopefully diorite exists. It should. I think where we're gonna have to go is over here into this little cavern, and then that should be good for us to, oh, right here. This little hole in the ground. Yep, there's diorite. And andesite, I believe. Yeah. Got a little bit of both. Okay. But if you didn't know, you can mine diorite and then turn it into andesite with cobblestone. Pretty neat thing. And I believe it yields you 2 andesite. Or, well, you can check it out right now. You just do this. Wait, no. That. Yep, there you go. And there you go. You get a ton of andesite and, or, yeah, ton of andesite for just mining a little bit of diorite. Pretty simple, easy, and not too difficult. So, let's do this real quickly. Break that. Now we have broken our way into create. That is what I'm talking about. Alright, let's eat some of our toast. What can we do with this toast? Butter toast with butter, okay. Just checking out the options. And then avocado with toast. Nothing we can do with it currently. But oh well. Alright, so we have andesite alloy. And now what we need to do is make andesite casings, which is stripped logs at the cutting table, which is actually pretty easy to do. There we go. Grab this, run on over to here, toss that in there. I don't want to do that one. Can this be stripped? Yes, it can be. Awesome. I'll take that up and put that in there. Put this in the offhand. And do as much as your heart desires. There we go. I got 12. Just enough, I believe. Or a little extra. And then, well, I don't want to turn all 9 into cases, because we'll need some afterward, too. So for right now, we'll just stick with 4. I believe that's a good base value. And ratio to the other stuff. Okay, now let's check out what's next. Oh, we got more andesite alloys. Awesome. Okay, mechanical crafting. These are a few other ways that you can process materials using andesite-based machinery, namely compacting, pressing, and mixing. You'll need to find some way to capture a fire elemental if you want to expand your repertoire. Maybe mana can help you somehow. Okay, mechanical logistics. Packages and their associated transportation items open up a huge amount of logistical freedom. Yep, that's how we store stuff. And this right here is how we can get into redstone, I believe. The mechanical pump is compatible or capable of pumping liquids into the world into pipes. When given mechanical power, it is much faster than the ember field one. Oh, okay. What is this? Okay, so that's a pump. Okay, so I believe we're probably going to have to go into that a little bit first, maybe. Well, I mean, we're going to have to touch on it anyways. So, yeah. Oh well. And then millstone. The millstone can crush cobble into gravel, bones into bone meal, and a variety of plants into their respective dyes at a much higher rate of return. Okay, what about... Ooh, wait. That's just one. A 1-to-1. Okay. I was hoping that it would give me more, but I'll take what I can. I'll take what I can. And then what was this one? Rice. Okay. Awesome. Well, that is very, very neat. What do we need to make it from here? Okay, we need the transmutation catalyst, which is a little bit of everything it looks like. So that's so we need gold. And so that's the next thing we need to do is we need to get gold. I'll actually mark that. We need gold. We need stamping. Yup. And mana steel. Okay, so now we're gonna have to branch off into the left, and that's gonna circle back around, not into this, into this. Okay, and that'll allow us to continue moving on. Got it. Alright, well that's interesting. So all we need is to do this, make more brilliant fiber. How do I get this? Never mind. I require this, and a mana pearl. All of that. So, not there yet. Or not quite yet there. Okay, so this will be marked brilliant fiber. Odor of purity, string, wolfsbane, and whiff of magic. Let's see if we have any of that in stock right now. I think we definitely have the string. Yeah, we have one string. No whiff of magic. I don't think those are the ones that we need, right? Whiff of magic and odor of purity. Yep, not that. Okay, let's check outside then. Well, actually, we can just go up here. Oh, I was kind of hoping that we could just jump off like so. We have the wolfsbane, and now we just need the whiff. Yeah, okay. Well, I believe this is a perfect place to end it off at for right now. So, if you did like this episode and you want to see more, follow or not follow, subscribe, leave a like. Um, I did this all wrong. Sorry. Um, if you liked this episode, please give it a nice big thumbs up. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.